Hey there folks. If you're wondering where the title of this video comes from, just take some time to look at the video I'm responding to. It's an interview with Pat Buchanan where he goes apeshit over affirmative action as if it's the worst thing in the world and oh my god, it's such terrible reverse discrimination. And look, I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over the pros and cons of affirmative action. I don't have time to go over that. What I do want to talk about is that I just want to mention that people just have to stop whining about affirmative action. White people just have to stop crying and whining about it because, look, I'll give you a hypothetical example that always seems to come up when, people are talking about affirmative action. They're always talking about reverse discrimination. So let's think of a hypothetical example of that. Let's say there's a job where there are 100 spots. All right, and we'll keep it simple. Let's say that for whatever reason there weren't any Asian or Hispanic people applying. Let's say it was just white people and black people. And there are 100 spots, and the people that are offering this job decide that for the sake of diversity or whatever, they want to make sure that they have 80 white people in these spots and 20 black people. They want that kind of a ratio, okay? And okay, so, people apply, they take the test, and in the end, they hire 80 white people and 20 black people. And you're one of these white people that didn't get the job, and somehow you get wind of the fact that this place that was offering the job somehow did some kind of, use some kind of formula that took race into account. And you figured out that if they just used a simple test that they'd given, that it would have worked out that 90 white people would have gotten the job and 90 white people and 10 black people would have gotten the job. And so you're one of these 10 white people and you feel screwed. And that's, once again, this is this hypothetical situation because that's the kind of thing you hear people complaining about. So let's say that happened to you. You're in the situation, you didn't get the job. Now, think about it. Why didn't you get this job? Yeah, you can say, oh, it's because, these 10 black people got the job. Or, think about this. It's not as if there weren't any white people that got the job. 80 white people did get this job. And you're one of the 10 white people that didn't get the job. So what does that mean? Out of the pool of white people that applied for this job, you're pretty much bottom of the barrel. So you don't have any right to complain. If you really wanted to get the job, should have worked a little harder, prepared a little better, and made sure you were kind of the top of that applicant pool, okay? And yeah, you're like, oh, that doesn't really help the people that didn't get the job. Fine. And once again, I won't go into details, I'm not going to go into the ideas of, the effects of historical racism and slavery and Jim Crow and all of that, and, why affirmative action helps in that respect. Even if we say that that's all bullcrap, which I don't believe, but even if we say that's all bullcrap, and even if we say there's a situation where you don't get the job, and say some black guy gets the job, and he had parents that were multimillionaires, and he grew up going to the best schools, Ivy League universities and everything, and you're some poor white guy who grew up in a trailer park in West Virginia, and you both found yourself at the same point in life applying for the same job, and you had it so much tougher, and this black guy who lived in privilege got the job and you didn't, even though maybe you got a better score. That'd be, I guess, the ultimate, nightmare scenario about reverse racism. And if you're in that spot, you're going to be like, oh god, that's so unfair. Well, guess what? Life isn't freaking fair. Maybe your mom and dad didn't tell you that, but life isn't fair. So let me be the one to tell you, okay? Stop complaining about life being unfair. Unfair things happen in life. You just got to suck it up and, and move on and do what you can to get yourself by in life. I mean, I don't want to hear people complaining about, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'm so unlucky freaking getting a job. Oh, I'm so unlucky in love. Oh, woe is me. My life is so terrible. I mean, are you one of those folks that feels that way? Well, if so, fuck you, okay? Yeah, let me see the finger there. Yeah, fuck you, because you're sitting here, you've got a computer because you're watching this, and it also means you've got enough leisure time to sit around watching a schmuck like me. Alright, so your life ain't so bad, alright? You're not, a woman in Darfur getting gang raped every other day. You're not sitting in Somalia starving, covered in flies. Just by virtue of the fact that you grew up where you grew up, or you were born in the country you were born in, you're luckier than 90% of the people in the world. So I don't want to hear you complain about any of this stuff, alright? None of this woe is me bullcrap. So, once again, stop whining Pat Buchanan about this, and just people in general, stop whining about your life. You probably have a pretty good life, alright? Sometimes things go wrong, but when a door closes in life, another door opens someplace else. Instead of sitting around saying, oh, woe is me, why are things so bad? You know, take a look at yourself and do what you can to improve your own lot in life. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what misfortune befalls you. Stop whining and start doing, all right? Yes, that's all I have to say. That's my rant for today. And it's the second time I did this video because I recorded it before and I didn't have the record button on, and no woe is me. I just made another freaking video because sometimes bad things happen in life, okay? But yeah, there we go. So, hey, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time.